What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Lady, again, and today we are going to be reacting to potentially the most hated woman on Love After Lockup history. Let's see, y'all. Like the video, comment, definitely subscribe, and let's get into it.
And scamming GoFundMe campaigns to turning her own downfall into courtroom reality TV gold, one woman became the face of chaos on Love After Lockup. Destiny Folsom didn't just play dirty, she laughed loud.
I was sitting here trying to remember her damn name. So yeah, Destiny was the one that Sean was with before he got with Sarah. I don't too much remember much about Destiny. So I'm kind of catching up with y'all as well. So let's see what Destiny done did.
Broke every rule, and left a trail of destruction that fans couldn't look away from. The higher you climb, the harder you fall, and Destiny proved that theory in the most spectacular way possible. Her fall was loud, messy, and exactly what fans were waiting for. This is the story of the most hated woman in Love After Lockup history. Some people go on reality TV to find love. Destiny Folsom came with drama already loaded in her back pocket. The moment she appeared on Love After Lockup, she pulled everyone in. Loud, wild, and completely unpredictable, she brought chaos to every single scene. Fans couldn't stop watching, even when they wanted to look away. Her story started behind bars. That's where she met Sean Osborne, a quiet, middle-aged man with 6 kids and a soft spot for women in trouble. They became pen pals, exchanging letters that quickly turned romantic. Soon, Sean was sending money, talking marriage, and dreaming of a future with someone he'd never even met in person.
Was she the one that she said that Sean catfished her or something? I think he told her that he had like 2 kids or something, but the nigga got about 6 of them. He got about 6 kids and shit. And I think he was like looking at creepy as fuck, looking at her picture and shit, like studying her picture. Destiny says she looks like this. Sean is so fucking creepy to me, y'all. Ugh. I'm gonna have to do a whole separate video on that. Let me know if you want to see it though.
I'm pretty much a quiet, laid-back kind of guy. People around Sean could already tell something was wrong. His co-workers warned him repeatedly. A woman behind bars, half his age, asking for money and promising love. They saw the red flags from a mile away, but Sean ignored every warning. He thought Destiny was different. He wanted to believe she was the real deal. Believing in someone and facing the harsh truth about who they really are, those are 2 completely different battles. And Sean was about to learn that lesson the hardest way possible. Sean received the news he'd been waiting for. Destiny's prison release was scheduled. Once the bond was posted, she'd be out fast. But court was just weeks away, and if things went wrong, he'd lose $50,000. His father warned him about inmates using people for money.
Would y'all do that for love? I could see, God forbid, one of my kids go to jail. Absolutely, I'm gonna bail them out, right? But a nigga I ain't never met in my life. Oh no, no ma'am, no ham, no turkey, no salads, no. $50,000. And I think what happened was if she did not show up to court, he would lose all of that money. Yeah, Sean, that was stupid. You got 40 kids, nigga. Is you crazy?
But Sean held on to hope. He believed Destiny was who she said she was. When Destiny finally walked out of prison, she didn't come out humble or grateful. She came in like a storm. She didn't act like someone trying to start fresh. She took over his credit card, talked back without fear, and started planning her own life, whether Sean was in it or not. Sean looks a little bit older than I had thought he was, but he's good-looking, he's handsome. At first, viewers had mixed feelings. Some were shocked by
Who the fuck said that? Sean handsome. Put down in the comments. Put down in the comments right now. Right now. If Sean is handsome. Go ahead. I'll put the picture. I'll pause the picture for you. Please, y'all. I need to know who thinks that. Who think this man is handsome? He a bachelor. Go ahead. Sarah don't want his ass no more. Go ahead, put it in the comments if you think Sean handsome so I can see who my viewers are. I need to know.
Viewers had mixed feelings. Some were shocked by her boldness, others actually rooted for her. She opened up about having a rough childhood. Stories of abuse, trauma, and pure survival gave people pause. Maybe she was just trying to protect herself. Maybe that hard edge came from years of pain. For a brief moment, people saw more than just the yelling and spending. They saw someone fighting to survive. But that sympathy window, it didn't stay open long. Destiny made bold moves and burned bridges faster than anyone expected.
Yes, she did.
She argued with Sean, took his car without permission, and didn't look back. She made it crystal clear.
I remember, y'all. She got mad because she didn't want Sean talking to his baby mama. She didn't want him to have anything to do with his kids and stuff like that. That's what it was. And she just wanted money, 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 money. And Sean was broke. Okay? Sean was broke as hell. That's what it was. I remember a little bit now.
That she had her own plans, and they definitely didn't include settling down quietly with Sean. Still, fans couldn't stop talking about her. She had that spark, that unpredictable energy. You never knew what she would say or do next. That's what kept people hooked. Even when things got messy, she owned every single minute of screen time. And Sean, he looked more lost with each passing episode.
Always.
He had walked away from his old life for a woman who was never really his to begin with. As things fell apart on national television, even he started to see what everyone else had been warning him about. The fairy tale was over. He had gambled on love and got played in front of millions. But Destiny walked away from it all with something valuable: fame, attention, and a fan base that still watches her clips to this day.
Really?
Her time on Love After Lockup turned her into one of the show's biggest names. People still talk about her years later. They quote her lines. They remember her explosive moments. She didn't play it safe. She gave the show exactly the drama it craved, and she left a permanent mark. Destiny wasn't made for quiet stories or happy endings. She came in hot and left even louder. And that's exactly why nobody can forget her. But the marks she left, they weren't always the kind people wanted to remember. Behind all that entertainment was a much darker pattern that was just beginning to show itself. Sean Osbourne thought he had found love through prison letters. Before they ever met face to face, he was already sending money to Destiny. He paid for her phone calls, sent cash for her commissary needs, and even covered her.
Told you. He ain't even met the damn girl yet, and he was already sending her money and shit. Sean's so damn slow.
Bond to get her released. Once she got out, things moved fast. Too fast. Destiny started spending his money like it had always been hers. She ran up charges on his credit cards.
Yeah.
She took his car without asking. She made online purchases using his name and accounts. Sean kept saying he trusted her, even as she gave him reason after reason to worry. Still, he held on, thinking maybe she'd change once she adjusted to life outside. When their relationship finally crashed and burned, she didn't leave quietly. She took off with his car and his credit cards, leaving a trail of charges behind her. Sean was stuck paying for everything.
I will say I was very proud of Sean because after they broke up, she did take the car, and he went and got a tow truck and got his fucking car right on back. So very proud of Sean for that one.
People around him had seen it coming from day one. They had warned him repeatedly, but he kept believing in her. By the time he finally stepped back and took stock of the damage, she had drained his bank account and vanished without a trace. Sean later admitted publicly that he felt used. His family said the same thing. Destiny knew exactly how to pull him in and keep him hooked emotionally and financially. The money wasn't about survival, it was about control. Control was Destiny's specialty, and she had been perfecting her technique long before the cameras started rolling.
Yeah, for
Destiny
sure.
played with hearts like it was all a game. While telling Sean she loved him and wanted a future together, she had a massive secret. She was already married to a man named Jason. That truth only came.
What? I didn't know she was married already. I must have missed that part, y'all. She was already married? What?
Came out after the cameras stopped rolling. And just when fans thought it couldn't get any messier, Another name popped up. Jose.
Ooh.
She was possibly engaged to him too. That's how destiny operated. One relationship stacked on top of...
Go off, sis. She said she getting money from everybody, honey. She said, I'm gonna marry you. I'll marry you. I'll marry you. I'll marry you. Just give me the moolah. Go ahead, girl. I guess if that's the goal, if that's the end goal for you, then go ahead, sis. Go off.
another, like a house of cards. She said whatever she needed to say to keep each man close and invested. But once the money stopped flowing, she moved on to the next target. After breaking things off with Sean, Destiny came back to stir up even more trouble. Right when Sean was preparing to marry Kelly Meehan, Destiny reappeared. She called and threatened to crash the wedding.
Kelly.
Then she demanded...
Kelly was his baby mama. He wasn't trying to marry Kelly. He was never gonna marry Kelly. Him and Kelly was together for years. They had how many fucking kids together? 40 kids that he wasn't taking care of. He was not gonna marry Kelly. Okay? Sean wanted somebody that was in jail that he could possibly control, or he thought that he was not good enough to have anyone else. But he was not gonna marry Kelly. That's for damn sure. He wasn't. Period.
$50,000 from Sean. Her excuse? She claimed she deserved it for the time she had given him. Sean didn't budge. Kelly stood firm
Because he ain't had it.
beside him. But the threat showed exactly how Destiny operated. She pushed buttons, created pressure, and tried to squeeze out every dollar she possibly could. Even off-screen, Destiny found creative ways to stay in the spotlight and make money. In 2023, she started a GoFundMe campaign. She claimed she desperately needed help to reunite with her children. The page pulled at people's heartstrings. Some fans felt genuinely bad for her situation and donated what they could. Then
Y'all really out here donating to Love After Lockup cast or 90 Day Fiance cast. Y'all don't do that. Don't do that. These motherfuckers be lying like hell. These are compulsive liars. Anytime you see anything about a GoFundMe for somebody that's been on a Love After Lockup, 90 Day Fiance show, they're lying. Keep your money, okay? Or if you just want to donate that damn bad, my Cash App is hashtag LadyBlue. BHLU if you want to give it up that dang on bad, because these people is lying to you, okay?
photos surfaced online showing Destiny at casinos, gambling. She wasn't with her kids. She wasn't working toward reunification. She was at the slots. The post spread like wildfire across social media. People who had donated their hard-earned money started asking serious questions. Her fundraiser lost all credibility overnight. She tried to defend herself online, but her excuses didn't help. If anything, they made things worse. Reddit absolutely exploded with posts about the scandal. Fans shared their thoughts, personal stories, and screenshots proving the deception. They compared timelines and pointed out massive holes in her stories. The most common word used to describe her, grifter. Post after post called out her lies in brutal detail. One user wrote, "Drug addicts blow through money like it's nothing. What may seem like decent money to a normal person is just a few dollars to a drug addict. Sad, but true." Another commented, "Seriously, she's a waste." And her family, mom and sis, have the nerve to question Sean. He's a tool, no doubt.
What?
But he offered her the best setup
too.
she's ever had. She's so disgusting. People were genuinely disgusted by her behavior. The sympathy had completely evaporated. One person stated bluntly, "Scammer. Anyone who has seen this piece of work on the show knows better. She keeps desperately trying to find some sucker to pay her way. Don't be that sucker." But more and more people were finally seeing the truth. Destiny didn't just break hearts. She left behind a trail of financial debt, emotional manipulation, and complete chaos. She took more than money from people. She took their trust and weaponized it. On Love After Lockup, she was the center of attention. Off the show, she kept chasing that same spotlight desperately. But every time she tried something new, her past came back to haunt her. The pattern became crystal clear. Destiny knows how to play the part perfectly. She knows how to look hurt, act angry, or pretend to care deeply. But underneath all the performance, the goal always stays the same. Get what she wants, no matter who ends up paying for it. Destiny's criminal record runs deep and wide. This isn't a story of one mistake.
She had a baby? Let me know in the comments. I don't remember that. I didn't know she had a baby.
Or one bad choice gone wrong. She's been arrested over and over and over again. The charges include drug possession, false impersonation, failure to appear in court, and even escape from custody. She spent years bouncing in and out of jails, courtrooms, and holding cells across multiple states. In 2020, she was sentenced to 16 months in state prison. That should have been a major turning point in her life. She had just made her big reality TV debut. People across the country knew her name. She had a platform and opportunities. But right after her release, she picked up more charges. By 2021, she was back behind bars again. It didn't stop there. New mugshots kept popping up online, each one with a different story attached. A missed court date here, a parole violation there, a fresh drug charge somewhere else. Destiny couldn't stay out of trouble for more than a few weeks at a time. She might leave jail one week, but she'd be right back inside the next.
Damn.
In one particularly telling arrest, she gave police a fake name during a traffic stop. That move earned her a charge for false impersonation. Drugs were also found in the vehicle, which added even more weight to her already heavy case. It wasn't just about making poor decisions in the moment. It showed how quick she was to lie when caught, how easily deception came to her. Her prison time didn't scare her straight. Not even close. Court records from multiple jurisdictions show the exact same pattern repeating: probation violations, missed hearings, skipped bail, new charges. Her name became tied to cases in several different states, with overlapping charges and repeated offenses. She made the same mistakes every single time, almost like she couldn't help herself. The legal system gave her multiple chances: probation, drug treatment programs, community supervision. But nothing stuck. Nothing changed her behavior. Her own decisions kept pulling her right back into the system, over and over again. The cycle became her normal, and she brought her fans along for the chaotic ride. At first, people gave Destiny grace and understanding. She talked openly about childhood trauma, addiction struggles, and growing up in an extremely difficult environment. That backstory earned her genuine sympathy from viewers. She had a raw way of speaking that made people feel for her situation. She seemed honest and vulnerable, but as the arrests continued piling up, that patience wore dangerously thin. By 2022, fans were exhausted. They watched her waste every single opportunity that came her way. Her Instagram would go live one week with motivational posts, then she'd be in jail again the next week. It started to feel like she wasn't even trying to change. Her choices kept dragging her down into the same patterns, and viewers saw it all play out in real time. What damaged her image even further was her use of multiple aliases. She didn't just use one or two fake names. She had an entire list: Star, Piglet, Tinkerbell, Tweaker, Bell. Some of these names were used during encounters with law enforcement. Others popped up on social media and in online drama. At first, fans made jokes about the creative nicknames, but over time, the aliases became a serious red flag. They made her look slippery and untrustworthy, like she was always hiding something or running from something. It made people stop trusting anything she said. Every time she appeared with a new name or a new story to tell, fans just rolled their eyes. They had seen this performance before. "I had her number blocked." "Yeah, you blocked my ass. You're such a liar." "She called me from a different number and I didn't know and I didn't want to tell you because look how you react." Each fake name came with its own drama attached. One alias was tied to drug charges. Another was linked to a failed court appearance and bench warrant. It became genuinely hard to tell who the real Destiny actually was underneath all the lies. She changed.
Destiny was who Destiny needed to be in that moment. Y'all know we talk about this all the time. A woman, depending on what a woman's end goal is, that's who she's gonna be. If she think you got potential and you gonna make it in the future and be a millionaire and her end goal is money, she gonna stick right there and wait and be a little soft-spoken and cook and clean and stuff like that. Every time she's gonna wait if that's her end goal, you know? So Destiny is basically who Destiny needed to be for which man that she was with. Basically, you understand what I'm saying?
Her name, changed her appearance, changed her story constantly. But the trouble, that always stayed exactly the same. The names might have been fake, but the damage they caused was completely real. And people online were starting to keep detailed track of everything. Her story could have gone in a completely different direction. She had the fame, she had the audience, she had the platform, and the second chance that most people never get. But she chose the same destructive road she had always been on. And now, with every new arrest and every new mugshot that surfaces online, she just digs herself deeper into the hole. Destiny's choices didn't just hurt her reputation, they hurt her freedom, her relationships, her credibility, and any chance she had at building something real. The saddest part? She had everything she needed to turn it around. She just refused to take it. Destiny Folsom's story isn't over. The next chapter is probably being written right now, in a courtroom somewhere, or in a jail cell, or in a casino while she burns through someone else's money. And when that next chapter drops, you'll want to know about it. So if you want to stay updated on the wildest, messiest, most dramatic reality TV stories out there, make sure you like this video.
Child, like I said, Destiny is who Destiny needs to be when she needs to be that girl. Okay? That's the game. That's the game she playing, and she knows what her end goal is right at the moment, you know? But I don't think that she is the most hated, because I can think of a few more women on this show that probably were more hated than Destiny was. If you can think of some, let me know what y'all think. Do y'all think she's the most hated one on Love After Lockup? And if not, then who do you think is the most hated? And I'll see if I can go find them. We can go do a video on them right now. Not right now, but we can do a video on them this week, But yeah, y'all, like the video, comment, definitely subscribe, and I'm gonna see y'all in the next one. Bye, y'all.